All right, so this is a post that I ran across, right? And we've all seen the videos that I've posted before where I talked about culture and how things are technically taken and used and all of these things, right? So you have this woman, I'm guessing that she's located in Atlanta, right? And this is what she stated. She said the chef, the dinner, the playlist, right? So this is the image of her, right? You see her dressed, hair in the kitchen, everything, right? So then you go to what the food that she makes, right? So you see the food that she directly made on the side. Plate looks pretty good, looks pretty seasoned, no problem. Then you also see the playlist that she has directly down here. So I wanted to make sure to just highlight some things here, right? Again, there's nothing wrong with anything that we see, right? You see people leaving some positive comments, like you got some sauce, right? She's showing another picture with the sauce directly on the side. You see a black woman here, looks like a fire plate. Somebody saying like, "Hey, I'm coming to Atlanta," right? Another person laughing, saying Tiffany, because I guess in the comment section she has people that were coming specifically after her, right? So you got this girl that basically said, "I bet it's fun to be fishing for black guys," right? Lady responded, "Bruh, she's been cooking like that every day on here for years, every culture's food." Person came back, said, "It's the playlist and making sure that we see the shirt for me. She know what she is doing, and you should see it as well, Miss West African," right? Then somebody came through always on Twitter, said, "So you crackerjack and hypocrite." Showed a comment that she said, "In honor of MLK Day, a white man needs to come trick on me today." And then another comment she said, "Theo James is the finest white man alive." Then she came back and said, "MLK will be proud. Why you mad?" Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. Another woman said, "Fried catfish slays my life every day. Did you add Cajun seasoning?" Right? She's getting a lot of compliments, right? You see black women complimenting directly, underneath the comment section. Black dudes ain't having no problem. They ain't sitting up there saying nothing negative. You just see a mixture of the quote unquote black women in the comment section that, tend to have some type of a problem, right? Somebody made a comment directly about her food, and then you got the you got the other comments, directly down. And again, you got other women showing up to defend her and what it is that she is doing, right? And again, in defense of what she's been doing, she said, "What?" One person said, "You don't make Asian food. Why are you baiting black guys with this dry ass plate?" Right? She replied, "Hey, darling, I cook with what my man likes to eat. But on my media, you can see that I make miso salmon, Korean barbecue, tikka masala, adobo chicken, along with Mediterranean food and Hispanic food," basically stating that she makes food of every single culture. But for whatever reason, people only specifically decided to pay attention when she was making, black food, right? Or what could be considered black food. Like I said, you're not going to see them underneath the comment section talking about the Korean barbecue. You're not going to see them underneath the comment section talking about tikka masala. You're not going to see them talking about the adobo or the miso. You're not going to see any of that. It's only when it looks or appears to be black or is black that you're going to have people coming through and trying to say a whole bunch of negative stuff. And as I told people before, it's a little bit crazy. Certain times it's like I get it, no problem. Other times it's like I don't really, in a sense, get it because you're spotting this out for what reason? You're stating this for what reason? Right? Because if I were to try to look at this from a different perspective, it's like these women are trying to speak on this as if she's competition or as if she is taking men directly away from them, right? The attention that they quote unquote say or are mentioning that they are seeking, right? This other woman is getting it because she's doing these things, right? Now let's take out the fact that of, let's say, like the hair in the basketball shirt, right? She's a woman that cooks. A lot of women on social media have stated, I'm not cooking for no man. He can cook for himself. I'm not making a plate for no man. He can get up and do it. They state all of these things that they're not sitting up there doing for a man, right? And they're completely proud about it. They have no qualms about it. And they state that if a man has a problem with it, then you can go elsewhere. So this woman presents herself and she's stating the fact that, yo, I cook for the guy that I am with. What's the big issue? What's the big problem? And you got women basically trying to start or state that there is some type of a problem. Now, again, you keep going. She's getting comments, positive comments from, some other women. A guy was like, yo, where you get the graphic? He ain't even focused on the food. He like, yo, where you get that graphic tee from, right? She shouted out, Etsy, right? And then you got this comment, which I did like. This guy said, a lot of black women be on Twitter all day having imaginary one-sided beefs with non-black women over the black men that they spend 90% of the time claiming that they do not want, right? And I tend to agree because as I stated before, all of these women are stating that, yo, we got a problem with you doing this, but yet within the same vein, they complain about black men, everything that a black man does, everything that he does do positively and everything that he does wrong and everything in the middle, right? There's a no-win situation. So then we'll just keep moving directly down, right? And then you have another person that says, my God, y'all just can't leave us alone. Y'all want to negatively compare us to another demographic. Just stop, right? Another person said, facts. They don't want real men. They just want Democrats. And then you just keep, scrolling down and see people leaving comments. And then you come to this one comment right here, right? And this woman stated, the fact that all the men under this tweet have a certain look is the reason why nobody wants y'all and white women settle. That's crazy. That's crazy. And this is what I be talking about. So it went from, the 50-50, right? The men don't have any type of problem or issue. They're just looking at the cooking. It's good food because guys like to eat, right? You got women on here, it's like a 50-50 or maybe even less, right? You got some positive and then you got some negative directly in there, right? And they're all just gunning directly for her. And then you have a woman like this that decided that she wanted to make a comment specifically about the men. That's crazy. And this is what guys talk about every single time when it deals with social media. Again, I didn't see pretty much out of all of the comments that I was able to venture through, I didn't see guys just trying to down talk and downtrod and all this other type of stuff on black women, just trying to speak highly negatively 100% all over about black women, just horribly trying to sit up there and generalize and all of these things. But yet you got this woman here that literally generalized all the guys that are specifically and directly underneath her post. And she's only talking about black guys. If there's guys of other cultures under this post speaking, she's not talking about them because she don't care. She's specifically talking about the black guys. And notice what she says. She was like, the fact that all men under this tweet have a certain look. What certain look is that? What certain, this is what I get tired of. Like, if you really want to talk, if you really want to have a conversation, specifically state what it is that you want to say. Don't beat around the bush. Don't try to insinuate. Don't theorize. Don't try to word it without really wording it. Like I said, it's stupid. It's stupid. Be honest. You're a grown woman, a strong, independent woman. Say what it is that you're trying to say. So then you keep scrolling down and you stumble upon this one here, right? You see this woman here, right? She said, I'm half black and Asian. I don't want black American men either. Y'all have jacked up the lives of so many Asian women and the kids overseas that there will come a time where they will feel the same as black women. Who wants to be ninja baited by anyone? Look at the black men's comments too, right? So I'm like, you know what? Some people will say, like, how do I actually know that this is actually a black woman and all these other types of things, regardless of whatever it is that she states? Let's go directly to the page, right? And this is her page, right? She clearly has a YouTube channel. And the very first thing that I see directly up here is this post. She says, just curious, but did y'all talk about the severe depression diagnosis that he disclosed in the interview where some of the symptoms are anger, aggression, and mood swings, and etc.? These are the behaviors that Jabari witnessed in several incidences that she talked about in her testimony. Let's continue to scroll down. Another person said, LC said, wow, really using his mental health against him when Grace staged a fake unaliving attempt after calling his phone 30 plus times to come home or she would unalive herself. She replied, the fact that y'all are ignoring his current severe depression that shows the behaviors Jabari has witnessed experiencing shows y'all know his guilty verdict is justified and fair, but you want him to get away with it. All right, so I decided to go through her media and basically check to see, other things that she cooks, right? So this is the main picture that we normally saw directly in the video. Then you have this one here. She said made a Greek gyro bowl and thought, why not? Let me take some baklava, right? So she's clearly doing Mediterranean, right? But you see nothing underneath these posts, right? Nothing at all. You're not seeing negative comments, right? So then you do this one, right? She said made beef stew for dinner, cinnamon rolls from scratch. The rolls took about 4 hours to make, but was so worth it, right? So you see both beef stew bowls, right? And you're not seeing those same negative comments, right? So then we keep going. So then you see this. She said made chicken and steak hibachi with yum yum sauce drizzled, sorry, on top, and of course fried rice, right? Nothing. Nothing. You're not seeing all of those negative comments of women coming out of nowhere wanting to be 50-50 and say all of these things. Then she has this one. She said, I like my marshmallows hella toasted, teehee, and I promised that they weren't burnt, right? So let me see. You got cornbread here, you got collard greens, you got deviled eggs, you got yams. I'm thinking this is macaroni, black eyed peas, and you have some chicken directly right here. You don't even have nothing under this post, not nothing, right? And this is holiday food. And then you keep scrolling by, you see some of the pictures of her, and then you go to some other ones. She said made baby back ribs, cooked low and slow for 4 hours for tenderness with cheddar broccoli, mashed potatoes, and zucchini medley. And you can see that, right? And again, nothing. You're not seeing none of any of the mouth that was showcased on what was considered quote unquote black food, right? And this one she said tonight's dinner is tikka masala with Guyanese roti, right? Hopefully I pronounced that right. Not sure, right? And again, you're not seeing no negative comments, and this is a different culture's food, right? So I'm like, where is all of the energy on that other post? This one, she got beef was wrapped in foil and baked for 275 hours for 4 hours, right? And you see the food directly right here. So again, I'm just going through this. I'm just trying to figure out where is the outrage, right? This one, slow cooked the chicken till it fell off the bone, right? I'm not seeing those comments here. Not seeing it. Again, something else she made. Not seeing it. It's crazy. Like I said, it's a type of fake outrage that happens, and it makes zero type of sense. So again, all I wanted to do was just prove some fake outrage. You have women out here that want to posture and make it seem like they really care about, what other women are doing. Realistically, they don't. It's the fact that they think or feel that other women are competition, right? And they feel that those women are specifically taking something from them, even though 9 times out of 10, a lot of women on social media that are complaining don't want anything to do with American black men at all. You clearly heard this from two of the comments directly there, even though those comments had nothing to do with the food or anything like that. But yet they're posturing and trying to present as if they actually care, love, want, and are looking for this type of companionship, of which magically, I guess, she's taking all of these men away. She already has a boyfriend, a guy that she is with. All right, so any women that find this to be a problem, maybe you should just get in the kitchen and start going to social media and showing off to men how it is that you can specifically cook. The main thing that people have always stated, that in order to get to a man's heart, you go through a stomach. So if you are able to cook, you're able to put it down really in the kitchen, you won. You're going to realistically, in a sense, get a man that you desire, or something that is at least close to that ideal perfection that you have directly in your mind. No woman out here is impeding or putting obstacles up or stopping the men that you want to find you from finding you. She's not stopping that. Again, she has a boyfriend. She cooks like this for him every single day. She's not just cooking food that is quote unquote black food. She's cooking everybody's food. but it's only one demographic that is out here complaining and stating that she's trying to do this for some other type of reasons. That's crazy. But like I said, it is what it is.